Welcome back. In some shocking news, an armed security guard posed at an ATM shot at a police sub-inspector in Papanasam in Thanjavur district this afternoon. 4 others were also injured in the attack. The guard reportedly opened fire from his rifle during a dispute over parking of vehicles with 2 men. The sub-inspector was fatally shot when he tried to subdue the security guard. 4 others who were injured in the shooting were in a queue to withdraw money. The incident happened while cash was being loaded onto the ATM. The security guard has been arrested and investigations are on. Moving on, amid reports of an outbreak of diarrhea and jaundice in parts of North Chennai, NDTV-Hindu visited the area where residents blame unsafe drinking water supply. Peer Mohammed reports.
This is Nagurar Colony, home to over 5,000 people in North Chennai. Numerous cases of waterborne diseases are reported here. Residents blame uncleared garbage and sewage mixing with drinking water supplies as a cause for the outbreak of diseases.
2 வாரமா ஜுரம் இருந்தது அவனுக்கு. சாதாரண ஜுரம் தான் நாங்க டாக்டருங்க. அதுக்கு அப்புறம் என்ன ரொம்ப சீரியஸா ஆயிட்டான் பையன். ஒண்ணுமே 104 105 அப்படியே ஏறுது. அப்புறம் செக் பண்ணி பார்த்தா அவனுக்கு வந்து கல்லீரல் வீக்கமா இருக்குது. அப்புறம் வந்து டெங்கு ஜுரம்னு சொன்னாங்க. அப்புறம் எல்லாம் பார்த்தா இந்த தண்ணியால தான் வருதுன்னாங்க டாக்டருங்க.
Sources say nearly 120 cases of diarrhea and 48 cases of jaundice were reported in the area in about 40 days. Corporation officials say the areas are heavily populated and residents should also help the authorities to keep the areas clean.
மாநகராட்சியும் மாசு கட்டுப்பாடு வாரியம் மட்டுமே வந்து அது என்ஃபோர்சிங் அத்தாரிட்டிஸ் தான் அவங்க. மாநகராட்சி வந்து மக்களுக்கு வேண்டிய அன்றாட தேவைகளுக்கான வந்து முக்கியமான காரியங்களை மேற்கொண்டு செய்தாலும் அதற்கு வந்து நல்ல ஒரு முறை 100% அது ஒரு சக்ஸஸ்ஃபுல்லாக ஒரு சயின்டிஃபிக்காக வந்து ஒரு ஹெல்த் ஆஸ்பெக்ட்ஸில் பார்க்கும் பொழுது மக்களுடைய கூட்டு முயற்சி தான் முக்கியம்.
But the residents of North Chennai say they want clean drinking water and they are asking why the government is not dealing with the issue.
ஏன் பண்ண மாட்டேன்றாங்கன்னு தெரியல. மற்றது மட்டும் இவங்க என்ன பண உதவியை கேட்குறாங்க, தண்ணி தானே கேட்குறாங்க, அது ஏன் கொடுக்க மாட்டேன்றாங்க ஜனத்துக்கு.
The legislator for the area, Shekhar Babu of the opposition AIADMK party, is also worried and asks why the area is still being neglected. As the heat of summer increases, dissent in the locality is also growing.
ஒரு நாளைக்கு குறைந்தபட்சம் 5 லிருந்து 10 பேர் வரையில் குடிநீரில் மாசு கலந்த நீரை பருகுவதால் தொற்றுநோய் மருத்துவமனையில் பல்வேறு சங்கடங்களுக்கு உடல் உபாதைகளுக்குட்பட்டு மருத்துவ சிகிச்சைக்கு அளிக்கப்பட்டு வருவதை அரசு மறுத்தாலும் மருத்துவமனையினுடைய பதிவேட்டை பார்த்தால் உண்மை நிலவரம் தெரிய வரும்.
Entire neighborhoods feel the corporation should react fast and resolve the water problem before a serious outbreak of disease overwhelms the area. In Chennai with Peer Mohammed, Jason Tosh for NDTV Hindu.
Now, this may sound like a trivial matter. An area in Chennai needs a transformer to regulate the supply of power to the residents. But for the hundreds of people living in the residential Adambakam area, it's a struggle every day and night. NDTV Hindu takes up their cause.
66-year-old Bhuvaneshwari does not know what to do to get through a hot Chennai day when there are power cuts. Adambakam residents like her are plagued by low voltage problems and frequent power cuts. The Tamil Nadu Electricity Board had earlier decided to install a new transformer in the area. The only catch? The 2.5 lakh rupees worth transformer has not been fixed yet. A month back, poles were put up in the colony. But then, where is the transformer? We found it lying idle at the TNEB office in the area. A TNEB official who refused to talk on camera said the delay in installing the transformer was unintentional. In the past month, no power shutdowns had been scheduled to facilitate the work. The official also denied that the cause of delay was the lack of manpower and raw materials. But now, after NDTV Hindu took up the cause of the many hundreds of people living in the area, the promise from the department is that it will be installed within a week.
இந்த வோல்டேஜ் இந்த 6 மணி ஆகுதுனாக்கா குறைஞ்சிடுது. ராத்திரி ஃபேன்லாம் ஓடுறதில்ல. எல்லா வீட்லேயும் ஏசி போட்டுறதுனால அது ப்ராப்ளம். அப்பப்போ நடுவில் கரண்ட் கட் ஆகிடுறது.
All of a sudden, it fluctuates actually. My electrical equipment, I fear that they will get spoiled. Here we are so many senior citizens we are living. Without, we are accustomed to electricity, fan and AC, etc. Without that, in this hot summer, it is very difficult to pull on.
With camera person Prabhu, this is Kuku Alex for NDTV Hindu.
Chennaiites living in the outskirts can heave a sigh of relief as the minibus transport system is all set to make a comeback. It is expected to mainly operate in the suburban areas which lack any bus or railway connectivity to the city. Our reporter Pratisha gets you the details.
The minibus is back. The Tamil Nadu government has decided to reintroduce the minibus service into the roads of Chennai again. People living in the outskirts of the city welcome this decision. The East Coast Road, one of the areas expected to benefit, has been flooded with share autos, especially after the IT boom.
Currently the problem is we don't have the local buses which comes to close to our places, and moreover they won't stop at proper places. The government introduced some local small buses kind of thing which could come to our closest places where more localities like big apartments are there. That would definitely help common people.
The contract of running minibuses was earlier given to private contractors and the model failed. This time, the government will operate the buses. Urban studies expert Professor K.P. Subramanian thinks it will be a good idea, but says a few guidelines should be followed.
In terms of cost of operation, financial viability, well, the minibuses may not be financially viable because they can carry less number of people and the operating cost will be almost same except perhaps for fuel and initial investment marginally less.
Other transport experts also raise a few doubts on its feasibility.
Properly operated and it has to be sustained, and the route length should be very minimal, but the frequency should be very high, maybe not more than 15 minutes. The route could be even circular routes, but only thing is there should not be any overlapping more than 5 kilometers, 5 or 6 kilometers.
Experts say that the minibus can literally bear a passenger load of almost 25 four-wheelers. So the real challenge now lies in making the minibus an attractive mode of transport. With camera person Anand, Pratiksha for NDTV Hindu.
On to the other side, let's take a look at who's back to play cricket, but now in Kollywood style. Stay tuned to find out.